Hey, what's up, everybody? How you all doing? Thank you so much for showing up tonight. If you have not, please like the live stream and share the live stream. That would mean so much to me. Thank you. That is all the world and all the support. We're just gonna wait just a couple more minutes for people to get in. Only because notifications are very sporadic and they kind of notify everybody at different times. So just bear with us. We're going to wait a couple more minutes and then we're going to begin the live stream. Thank you. Hey, did you all not learn? Did you all not learn that Jesus is judging you? And purely based on your eyebrow contour, okay? Okay? Okay. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready, Freddies? Are we ready to go? Are we ready to show face? Let's get the horned demon emojis in the chat, please. All right. Let's get to it. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and big face. And hello, everybody. Good to see you. My name is Jan Erickson, and this is my Hyperion channel called Mindful Monad. And we take a look at things in the world that's going on. We react to things in a Hyperion perspective, from a Hyperion perspective. So today is Friday night chat, so as you know, it's a little bit more loosey-goosey, and we do a little bit more recreational reaction time. So tonight we're going to review this weird YouTube channel that's called, oh geez, I'm forgetting it already. It's called Girl Defined. And Girl Defined is a YouTube channel that's specifically religious and Christian-based religion, mainstream Christianity. And they have certain videos about what makeup do you wear for God, and a few other cherry choices. So I'm going to be sort of reacting to their main channel, and then they have a few episodes that they actually deleted from their main channel, but it's still out there on the internet. So I'm going to take a look at first the one particular one about doing makeup for God, and then we're going to skim around and see what we can find, what goodies we can find, and what sort of points we can branch off of to talk about shadow, since it's shadow season, shadow expression, and most importantly, healthy shadow expression, because shadow exploration obviously is not about going crazy, wild, hey, whatever. But before we dive into things, I would like to say hello to everybody. Hello! It's been a while, yeah. So I mentioned a while back that my live streams are going to be a little bit sporadic for the rest of the year, but when we start the new year, 2023, it's going to be super consistent. It's just like at this moment I'm like in taking a break mode, but the content that I do get on board to do is still meaningful. So anyways, let's say hello to everybody in the chat room. And of course, because it's Friday night, I love to eat, I love snacks. Let me know what you're munching on. Let me know what you're drinking, munching on, anything like that to that degree. No shame here. I actually already, I ate a lot. So I went, long story short, I went to a very fancy luncheon today, and the luncheon was actually comped. My meal ticket was comped because like I was helping put it on and manage it, but my god, I did get to eat, and it was really good food. Like, I am so full of risotto. I have like risotto regrets. Risotto regretto. I ate too much risotto. Risotto regretto. But it was good. Met a lot of good contacts and stuff. So anyways, let's say hello to everybody individually. I see Lisa Zawacki. Hello, good to see you. Laura LaFleur, good to see you. Heretical Response, always good to see you. Cassie, yes, we have moderators in the house tonight. I see Cassie, I believe I saw Philip, and I see Susan. Thank you all so much for coming by. These are special Hyperion creator friends of mine, and feel free to drop your link to the Hyperion source at any time. And I see Morg, good to see you, as always. Thank you for coming. I'm scrolling through. Cassie R, good to see you. Cassie R is a good friend of mine. Yeah, hooray for our mods. Our mods keep our space, our chat space, like happy and healthy and carefree, especially on Fridays. Like, when we have live streams on Wednesdays, when we have them, you know, it's a little bit more of a serious topic, but on Fridays, you know, like, we're gonna have an important message to take away for the night, but we're gonna do it in, like, more of a relaxed way, because I'll tell you what, people don't learn very well when they have like a stick up their ass. They really don't. People do not learn well when they have a stick up their ass. They do not learn well when they are tense and just like, ah, no! Like, they're just creating a singularity in their fucking innards because they cannot stand opening themselves up. So Friday is about like, hey, let's relax. Like, we're still gonna have something to take away, but it's really just all good fun and joy. Just a space for good old Hyperions to get together and hang out. And you don't have to be Hyperion. You can just, like, I don't know, somewhat identify with like what we're talking about, and you're absolutely welcome. Anyways, if you have not liked the live stream yet, can you please like it? Like, do me a favor. And if you're on like your phone, you have to like X out of the chat so that you can see the option to like the live stream. Hit the like button, and then you can like poke at the button to bring the chat back up. So it's a little workaround, but it is doable. It's just a couple of taps, honey. A little tap, 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 tap. Oh, hello, Zero. Zero, I'm sorry. Zero, I was like a little wary. I'm like, who are you? Who is thou who enter into my domain? So Ontology Dragon is actually Zero, who changed their name. Thank you so much for explaining that. I was like, who dost thou enter my forbidden forest? Who enters here? my lands? Who is it you that enter my lands, traveler? Who is it you be? It's 0. Okay, so ontology dragon is 0. Heretical response says it's raining. Where I'm at, it's raining too. It's been kind of dreary. Anyways, let's see. We're just chatting, just so you know, if you're just coming in, like, we're just chit-chatting a little bit. Like, we do have some material to react to and review. It's about 2 ladies who are sort of, they're God-fearing women, like Christian God-fearing women, and they just are giving advice. They're giving you ideas and guidance to live your life. And so tonight we're going to review like a sort of subjects like what makeup is appropriate for God, doing makeup for God, makeup looks for God. And then we're going to be, there's a few videos of theirs on YouTube that have been deleted. It's 2 ladies, you know, very Christian, very devout, very like in the name of God. So there's a few episodes they've actually deleted, but as you know, you can't really delete things off the internet. And they also have their regular YouTube that is current, and there's some things on there I want to react to. So I vaguely know of these people, like I know their titles, that's it. But I do not know the actual content. It's just been recommended to me by an anonymous person, and I thought it would be interesting to put up for tonight on Friday Night Chat, or chillax, sit back and relax sort of thing. So, hey, did anybody mention treats or like food or like stuff they're manging on? Manja. So manja is like Italian for eat. Like manja. So like, what are you manging on? We got heretical response with lentil soup. Shadow soup. This is shadow soup. You cannot see it. It's just black. It's just black soup. Shadow soup. Laura LaFleur has water. Water is good. You know, that's a step ahead from a lot of people who just like don't do anything very well for their bodies. They don't even drink water for their bodies. Spaghetti. Cassie says spaghetti. Did you air fry it? Cassie has lovingly introduced me into the world of air frying, and I feel like you can air fry everything. Like literally everything. You think of something you want, air fry it, and I guarantee you it's like 10% better. Lisa Zawacki has potato chips and ginger ale. Ginger ale is good. I don't know why I'm laughing. Does Xanax count as food? Yeah. I mean, no, it doesn't, obviously. It counts as medication. It counts as chemicals that your body needs, but please, nourish yourselves. Nourish yourselves when appropriate and when you can stomach it, please. I encourage you. Laura LaFleur says, Jan, I've lost almost 50 pounds this year with a lot more to go. It's my hardest battle, a lifelong thing. Trying to get healthier, not a vanity thing. Oh, that's so wonderful. And I feel sad that you have to explain at the end, like, it's not a vanity thing, because it really isn't. Like, health is not vanity. Wanting and desiring an avatar to occupy, to navigate this holos, is not vanity thing. It's a necessity. And you can feel about it however you want. So congratulations. Please celebrate in any way you can. And sometimes when you're losing weight, finding ways to celebrate is something different, you know. So like if you're so I know what it's like to be in the land of losing weight, and here's what I mean. Here, let me sum it up. You want to reward yourself, but don't reward yourself with food. I know that sounds weird, because you want to present to yourself opportunities to enjoy other things other than food. But by all means, enjoy the food. Like, obviously, like, have your moments. But, when it comes to the journey of losing weight and getting more healthy, like, you want to teach yourself that there's more than like treats and food that you can reward yourself with. So like, seriously, like, stay with it. That's amazing. Like, congratulations, Laura. Like, I really, like, that's amazing. You're my hero. Absolutely. It's so hard to lose weight, and it's really hard to gain weight too. Like, if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you're trying to do, you know, something to put on weight, it's so hard. Managing weight, managing it, and maintaining a healthy avatar is very difficult, so I commend you. And thank you all for coming tonight. I know it's been a bit spotty this month, and I did try to communicate that. So if you're not in the know-how currently, just so you know, the rest of the year, this year, is going to be a little bit spotty for me. But when the new year starts, we're going to be on a solid schedule. And I'm looking forward to that, because a lot of the time that I take off right now, as things are spotty, is a lot of like pre-planning and just like preparing for what's to come ahead. So anyways, hey, have you all ever worried about how you're going to look for God? Have you? Have you wondered if Jesus is going to judge you based upon your eyebrows, your contour, and your lip liner? Find out if your makeup habits are sinful or if they're divine with what we are going to view tonight from two ladies who are devout Christians and are going to talk to us about appropriate makeup for God. I love this community so much. I love this community. I love this community so much. I love it instantly. Like, the first two comments are like, nope. No. No, I don't worry about that at all. Like what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do you mean? That's amazing. Alright, let's do it. Okay. I love this. And God, who? Who? God? Excuse me? Who is this G-O-D? Alright. Are you sick of God and Jesus judging you? Then forget about God and join me, Lucifer. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, let's dive into it. Why not? Oh, it's doing that thing again where I lost my cursor. Okay, hold on. Okay. So we got... So ultimately, this is the channel Girl Defined. And, as I've explained before, it's like a Christian-based channel, so like in the description, it's like, we're two sisters passionate about helping Christian women discover what it means to become girls defined by God. We believe that the one who designed us is the one who defined us. God's design for beauty, femininity, and identity isn't outdated or old-fashioned. It's timeless. Join us in discovering the beauty, power, and freedom of God's defined womanhood. Learn more at blah 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 girldefine.com. Girl Define, oh my god. Okay, so hey, first of all, I'm Hyperian and I'm not a girl. But I can't even begin to imagine. Now, obviously, because I'm Hyperion, because I 100% denounce the idea entirely of an external creator God, a God that's external to us, that created us, and who designed us. I could potentially use the word God to describe certain things that I, as a Hyperion, would deem as more godlike, and the designing of us and whatnot, but this does not align with that whatsoever. So this already is just hilarious to me. And obviously, this, I have to say, is Christian. I was not raised Christian. I was raised Mormon, LDS, Mormon. And even though that seems the same, they're actually kind of different. Like, they're different. In certain areas, they're different. So, somebody who grew up Mormon, I can't say that I exactly grew up Christian. I grew up Mormon, so anyways. So these two sisters who are helping Christian women discover what it means to become girls defined by God, because they believe God designed femininity and blah 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 blah, have quite a number of videos. But the videos I'm most interested in by Girl Defined, which is awful in the name. Okay, so hold up, put a bookmark in that. Okay, Kat, take your bookmarks, put it in the page, and listen to me. Like, I gotta say, the whole YouTube name, Girl Defined, really rubs me the wrong way. Girl Defined, girls defined. We're like the Christian definition of what a girl means, what a woman means, this, that, and the other. That already rubs me the wrong way. It's like, it just gives me icky feelings. Like, like this is super like religious establishment of what things mean sort of way. So, anyways, hey Paul Cherry, good to see you. Appreciate you coming. And Hope, good to see you. And Katrina, good to see you. Lucifer Morningstar, always a pleasure. Anyways, if you're just getting in, just join the wagon and let's move on, because we're just reacting to this basic YouTube channel of two Christian sisters sharing life advice. So there's a lot of content that they have, but like I said, what I'm interested in is the stuff that they recently deleted. I don't know how recent, maybe a while ago, but I'm interested in this. So Girl Deleted is just a different account, YouTube account that's posting their deleted videos, because, you know, if they're being girl defined, here's Girl Deleted. The first one I want to start with is how to wear makeup in a God-honoring way. And already I'm super amused by that, because it's like, is God really going to judge my eyebrows? Is God really going to judge my contour? Because if so, I've already been fucking it up, among other ways. But anyways, let's see. Let me get the...
Hey guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Minute.
Oh my god, already. Already.
Mysteries, and in today's vlog, we're going to be sharing with you something fun and practical. How to wear makeup in a God.
Okay, sorry, I have to start over again, sorry. I'm getting set up. I'm like getting my volumes like ready. Already, yeah, Laura is like, already we're too perky. Okay, you know, as a Mormon, I'm already sensing the similar energy. I'm like, I get this. I know this energy. I know these faces. I know these facial expressions. These are facial expressions of people who are just deeply, deeply, deeply misled inside. Absolutely. And yes, as somebody who has experienced a lot of religious trauma, especially in a cult-like setting, I know exactly what's going on. This is just too much. This is exactly like stepping off the bus when they drive you to like religious camp, and you get off the bus and you've got like the religious camp counselors like in your face. They're like, hey, oh my god, what's going on? Like, they don't say oh my god, obviously, because that's like a slur, but they're like, isn't God and Jesus cool? Let's go to Jesus camp, come on. Like, and you're just like, oh, what fucking, do you got like poppy seeds deep there in the mountains? You got like a secret patch of like, I don't know, like the good stuff? Like, are you burning some bush back there, camp counselors? Because you're just a little too fucking happy when all the kids like load off the bus for Jesus camp, okay? I've been through enough Jesus camps, like, let's just, y'all are on something. Absolutely, 100%. You cannot lie. Not with me, no.
We're going to be sharing with you something fun and practical. How to wear makeup in a God-honoring way. Thinking.
I'm already having a mind blank, because like they just mentioned fun and practical, and like as somebody who loves philosophy and like pulling apart words, I'm like, and exactly how is this fun or practical? How is like doing your makeup for God practical? And how is this fun either? God only likes nude lips, faded highlight, only neutral colors, light shadow, brown mascara, not black. There's a, yes, Susan, there's a God-honoring way to wear makeup? I guess so. We're gonna find out. Okay, let's find out.
Back to when we first started wearing makeup and really just experiencing with makeup, we get like literally a comedy show just watching our old videos and looking at our pictures, because we had no idea what we were doing.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, like I think I started out first of all with like this bright, like purple eyeshadow. Remember the purple eyeshadow? It was shiny. It was like shiny purple. That's all I wore. Just like purple eyeshadow. Like, wow, I'm not sure what I was thinking. So I'm sure you look back on some of your pictures when you were younger and think, wow, what was I doing? But I remember as I got a little bit older, we both went through this phase that we call the raccoon phase, where we thought that more eyeliner was better. Like we thought as much as we could possibly get on our eyes, like the better it would make us look. And so I remember one time we put so much on and we just thought like, wow, this is awesome, because we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to wear makeup. And we were at this conference and I remember this, we were talking to these like, these girls, and this really, their dad came over and he was like,
I'm sorry, Miss Green Shirt is like way too excited about this. Like she's just like, oh, it was so funny. We just put on a little bit too much mascara and eyeliner. Oh my god. Like I just can't even.
he was super sweet and he just kind of commented. Do you remember this? And he's like, hey girls,
yeah.
like y'all are such beautiful young women, but just like kind of a thought, like maybe if you wore less eyeliner, it would maybe enhance your natural features even.
Oh no. No, not the first male, like, not the first masculine influence in their whole entire lives upon their experience of exploring makeup telling them that, well, if you just wear less and look more natural, then you'll be more desirable. It's like, look, kids, there's many things that I won't tell you what to do. But if there's any young people listening right now, especially young people that enjoy makeup, please do it for yourselves. Do not ever explore makeup just to appease other people. And if other people don't like your style or what you're doing or what you're experimenting with or what level you're at, like if people don't like that, if they have like suggestions like this, that, and the other, unless you really like those suggestions and you respect those people, like, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. What, kids? Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Anyways, moving along.
More, and we were kind of like, what is this random dad like really giving us makeup advice?
Everything.
Oh, you know, like when you're young, you think you know it all, and so that was a very humbling experience.
Wait. I gotta back up because so far I am understanding that some random person in their life said, hey, you shouldn't wear this much makeup, you should be more natural. And now they're going on to say this is the first insight to God appropriate makeup I've ever had. Like, I want to, like, can I just backdrop and see, like, what happened?
Like, the better it would make us look. And so I remember one time we put so much on, and we just thought, like, wow, this is awesome, because we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to wear makeup. And we were at this conference, and I remember this, we were talking to these girls, and this really, their dad came over, and he was, like, being super sweet, and
Somebody's dad? The lady in the green shirt even said, don't tell them, like, as if she's embarrassed. Like, what? Can I just hear that again? They're just so giddy. Like, I'm trying to make sense of, like, what happened. So, like, somebody's dad approached them and said, you know, if you wore a little bit less eyeliner, you'd be more natural. Like, I'm trying to get down. I'm trying to sleuth down to, like, what exactly, who is saying what, because I need to know.
these girls, and this really, their dad came over, and he was, like, being super sweet, and he just kind of commented. Do you remember this? And he's like, hey, girls.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are such beautiful young women, but just, like, kind of a thought, like, maybe if you wore less eyeliner, it would maybe enhance your natural features even more. And we were kind of like, what? Is this random dad, like, really giving us makeup advice?
Oh, no. Is this... Okay, so I misheard. It's not God randomly giving them makeup advice. It's like, is this guy randomly giving us makeup advice? Is this guy saying, like, if we wore just a little bit less, it would enhance our natural features? Like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Clown it up. I don't give a shit. Put as much makeup on in any way you see fit if you want to put on makeup at all. And if you don't, fuck it. I am already astonished as a Hyperion as to how these girls are gleefully like, oh my god, this random guy, this random dad. Oh, no, don't tell him. Okay, I'll tell them. Okay, this random guy, this random dad, he just, during a conference, he came over and he's like, you know, girls, if you wore like a little less eyeliner, he'd look a little bit more natural. Like, already the conditioning. Do you see that? Do you see already the conditioning? Does it really matter? Like, is it really any of your business as like an older guy, quote unquote, older man, older masculine person, whatever? Is it really that rational? Is it really that insightful? Is it really that inviting for like some, like, great for some old guy to be like, you know, if you wear less eyeliner, like, what the hell does he know? He doesn't even have to explore the whole fucking avenue of, should I wear makeup? Do I want to wear makeup? Do I enjoy makeup? Or do I not want to participate in that? Like, they're not even like in that range. And they're already listening to this. Oh my god. Look, it's not even 2 minutes into this video and I'm already dissecting this hardcore. Oh, okay, let's move on.
Oh, you know, like when you're young, you think you know it all. And so that was a very humbling experience. Because it was our makeup was, it wasn't just like I wear eyeliner now, but it was like, we're talking, I mean, raccoon. Like, it was like black circles. So thankfully we learned more isn't always better. And as we got older, we continued to learn and grow in our understanding of makeup. And then we started asking, like, what does God think about makeup? What do other wise godly women say about makeup? So we did a lot of research, and in this video, this is going to be down to earth fun. At the end, we're even going to share. We're going to open up our makeup bag. So just give you some of our favorite, like, show you some of our favorite products that we like to use. So we hope you find this practical and helpful as we talk about really how to wear makeup and a God on your head. So for me, when it comes to most things,
Honey, there is nothing. Honey, sunshine. Fucking spirit fingers like Goldilocks. Like, there is nothing about this I find practical at all. But let's continue.
like, I want like black and white answers. I'm very black and white, and I want to know what's right, what's wrong. Just tell me what to do.
Oh. Oh my god, I can't even get 2 minutes into this. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, like, straight up admission? Like, I want black and white answers, just tell me what to do? What? I'm sorry, but, like, as a Hyperion, like, this is... Okay. This is not okay. And why is it not okay? You should never feel like your life depends on black and white answers and being told what you need to do. You should not have to live a life where people tell you what's right and wrong. And I don't mean this in a way where it's like anarchy and craziness and blah, 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 blah. Like, there is a way that people need to delegate themselves with each other. There is a way that humanity needs to get along. There is a certain sense of decorum that we have to build. But strictly speaking on religious, mainstream religious influence, to hear a young woman be like, just tell me what's right and wrong, just give me the answer, I'm all about black and white, just tell me what to do, that's concerning to me. Is she not deserving of a life where she gets to explore her potential, explore her capacity to rationalize, to create, to this, that, like, and what bothers me about this is like their smiles. And even though they're not predominantly Mormon, you know, I'm Mormon, these are Christians, which is not the same. Their facial expressions and their inflections and their tone of voice is very fucking similar to just like Mormon women who are like, I'm so happy, this is happy and just so I love it here. It's scary. Okay, sorry.
And as we got older, we continued to learn and grow in our understanding of makeup. And then we started asking, like, what does God think about makeup? What do other wise godly women say about makeup? So we did a lot of research, and in this video, this is going to be down to earth fun. At the end, we're even going to share. We're going to open up our makeup bag. facts. Yeah. And just give you some of our favorite, show you some of our favorite products that we like to use. So we hope you find this practical and helpful as we talk about really how to wear makeup in a God-honoring way. So for me, when it comes to most things in life, I want black and white answers. I'm very black and white, and I know what's right, what's wrong. Just tell me what to do, and I'll follow it. And when it comes to makeup, I kind of wanted the same thing. Like, wear this, wear lipstick, but no eyeliner. Okay, great, I can do that. Just give me the guide, and I will follow it. But when it comes to the Bible, there are certain things that the Bible is very clear about. Like, okay, having sex before marriage. That is a black and white answer. The Bible is very clear that sex should be safe through the marriage bed alone between one man and one woman. Like, there's no question. So for me, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I can follow that. But then when it comes to something like physical boundaries in a relationship, the Bible, maybe in a dating relationship, if the Bible isn't like, okay, you may, have 2 inches between you, one holding hand, and that's it. It's like, it doesn't give that. It gives you the wisdom and the principles, and you see the black and white of saving sex for marriage.
She is talking so fast. I need to just backtrack a little bit. Like, she is talking like a mile a minute. Like, there's, like, the moment I want to address something, she's, like, on to the next. So, like, hold on. Yes, and I did turn it up. My apologies. Anyways.
You can wear lipstick, but no eyeliner. Okay, great. I can do that. Just give me the guide, and I will follow it. But when it comes to the Bible, there are certain things that the Bible is very clear about. Like, okay, having sex before marriage. That is a black and white answer. The Bible is very clear that sex should be safe through the marriage bed alone between one man and one woman. Like, there's no questions. And for me, I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm out because, first of all, I've had sex out of wedlock. And second of all, I'm not a man or a woman.
That makes sense. I can follow that. But then when it comes to something like physical boundaries in a relationship, the Bible, maybe in a dating relationship, if the Bible isn't like, okay,
No, that just got scarier. What did she just literally, like, when it comes to, like, boundaries within a relationship, expects, like, a black and white answer from somebody else? That's not okay, y'all people. That's not okay. You should develop your own boundaries, like, with yourself and personal relationships with other people. That is so terrifying. I can't even get 3 minutes into this, and I'm just hyperventilating. This is just a nightmare. This is a nightmare. This is my worst nightmare.
And I will follow it. But when it comes to the Bible, there are certain things that the Bible is very clear about. Like, okay, having sex before marriage. That is a black and white answer. The Bible is very clear that sex should be safe through the marriage bed alone between one man and one woman. Like, there's no questions. And for me, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I can follow that. But then when it comes to something like physical boundaries in a relationship, the Bible, maybe in
physical boundaries within a relationship should be totally determined by you. And nothing else.
a dating relationship, if the Bible isn't like, okay, you may, have 2 inches between you, one holding hand, and that's it. It's like, it doesn't give that. It gives you the wisdom and the principles, and you see the black and white of saving sex for marriage. But besides that, it's like, you kind of have to dig deep and use the wisdom that it offers. And in a lot of ways, that can be hard because you want the black and white sometimes. And so when it comes to the...
Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Should I be aroused? Should I not? Okay, first of all, lady, how many gentlemen are you courting right now? That's what I want to know.
Area of makeup,
because I bet there's a lot.
What we have to do is we have to take what Scripture says about it, and then when we have to use that as wisdom to kind of guide us and to kind of make decisions using what the Bible says, not adding to it, but not taking away from it. You mean the Bible doesn't have in the back with the maps, like a guide for makeup, tutorial? Yeah, it doesn't.
You mean the Bible doesn't have a tutorial for makeup? Oh my God. I don't know. I hate this.
Have that in the back? I wish. That would be nice. Like
I hate this. Why did it? I'm sorry. Of all the and we've even gone through lots of material about Kanye West and Andrew Tate, but for some reason I just can't with this. This is so awful. This is not real. Please tell me. Please. I'll even pray to a God. God, please tell me these people are not real. Please tell me these people are not real. I'm not even. I'm not having this. This is just so much. We're not even 4 minutes into this, and these ladies are just doing me in. Like, this is just. Okay. Whew. Breathe. Okay.
Like totally makeup. Yeah. Or nothing. But it doesn't do that. I'm sorry, this is so down to earth and casual, y'all. We're just having way too much fun with y'all. But we're hoping to share with you one of the main verses that we've read on the topic of makeup. A lot, the verse you've probably heard before.
Okay.
Kind of discuss it, what we believe it means, and then hopefully.
I'm sorry, are they gonna actually do makeup? Like, they seem like they already have makeup on. Like, where's the makeup? Like, what is the... what?
Gain some wisdom from that verse. So there isn't one specific verse that talks directly about makeup, but there are a lot of verses that talk about our design as women and then our design as Christians and how we can best honor God in our lives. So the verse that we've looked at and that we're going to look at today really quickly comes from 1 Timothy 2, 9 through 10. And this is something I'm sure you've all heard, but just listen up because the context is really interesting. It says,
it's not.
Likewise also that women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel, with modesty and self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire. But what...
You mean everything like that? Just... There's like this moment I'm having right now where I just want to go into the history of like what cultures and people were doing at the time, because that's just like... so dated. Someone with braided hair and certain jewelry, like, I can't name it off the top of my head right now, but there's like specific cultures and people, according to certain towns, cities, whatnot, back in that time, that would dress a certain way, and this is just anti that. So it like it just has everything to do with the political environment of the time, the philosophical environment of the time, political science, whatnot, like, and nothing to do with how we should delegate ourselves now. And that's what drives me nuts. Like, why are we delegating ourselves now based on what was going on back then, when what was going on back then isn't even really applicable to now, except for the fact that it there's that phrase where it's like history repeats itself. But, back, even though there are similarities, back then, there was just, like, extremely different circumstances still, with advances in science and medicine and things like that. So, anyways, I guess we can continue. My head literally hurts.
What is proper for women who profess godliness with good works? And so you might think, okay, wait, is this verse saying we can't wear, like, pearls or costly attire? Like, what does this mean? But when you dig into the context of this verse, and you get at the heart behind what is trying to be communicated in this passage, what we see is that this was being written actually and directing towards the Christian women of that day, back in the day, in their culture, in their context. And what was happening is that there were a lot of women who would dress in ways, the pearls, the costly attire, that's referring to a lot of the ungodly women of the day. Really, the temple prostitutes would often dress.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Here we go. Okay, so at least they're admitting that there's a different historical context at the time. I just hit my elbow into my shelf, and that really hurt. Anyways, at least they're admitting there's a different historical context at the time, but what I don't like is immediately they're like, well, jewelry and braids were exactly how prostitutes, like, dress, like... In modern time now, like, there's a different way to view these things, and that what they're talking about is that ain't it. Anyways.
In these kind of ways. And so essentially what this passage is saying and trying to communicate to even us as women today in our modern day is, hey, God's women, Christian women should dress and act and look a way that represents holiness, that represents purity, that represents women who are set apart, women who reflect God in a beautiful way, but do it in a way with purity and holiness and hearts of humility. And that's where it should start, in our hearts. And so we can take that context and say, okay, for today, our outward appearance, God cares about. More so, he cares about our heart.
What? Okay, so why? Why would God give a shit how you look? I'm sorry. Why? And you know what? I grew up so religiously. I grew up very religiously. And my whole time growing up, I'm like, why would God give a crap how I look? Like, what difference does it make if he cares more about what's in our hearts? And so, like, this kind of angers me. She's like, God cares about our appearance, but more importantly, God cares about what's in our hearts. So who gives a shit about appearance? Who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? I'm getting riled up.
Apart. Women who reflect God in a beautiful way, but do it in a way with purity and holiness and hearts of humility. And that's where it should start, in our hearts. And so we can take that context and say, okay, for today, our outward appearance, God cares about. More so, he cares about our heart. And our hearts should, out of that, overflow how we dress, how we act. But it's so much more than makeup. It's makeup, it's clothes, it's everything about us. God wants us as women, as Christian women in this modern day and age, to dress, to act, to look in a way that reflects a heart of purity, holiness, and modesty. And so when talking about makeup, we believe, and we've come to the conclusion, that there are ways that we can enjoy makeup in a fun, God-honoring way that still portrays the purity and holiness that God is wanting for Christian women. But because this is a wisdom issue and the Bible doesn't have that tutorial in the back with exactly what we should or shouldn't do, we know that we may land on different pages or have different convictions in this area, and we totally know that, and that's okay. Really, the heart should be a heart that wants to honor God, and through that, wherever you land, make sure that that's your heart's motive. So whether you land on the page of like, I don't feel like makeup is a good decision for me, my heart and just what I believe, I don't think that's a good one, that's fine. Or you may be someone who lands and says, yes, I think makeup is okay in the right context or in this situation. That's kind of not the point of should we or shouldn't we. It's really what we're trying to get at is your heart desiring to honor God? Is it a heart of humility, like Kristen said?
It is important for my humility, for my eyebrows to be on flake for God, okay? Do you hear how ridiculous this sounds? Do you hear how ridiculous this sounds? That some omnipotent external creator God would give two flying fucks about your CoverGirl eyeliner.
Are we trying to look like the world, and are we trying to, kind of appear kind of, sexual or kind of, raunchy or any of those sorts of ways, or are we trying to honor God? So really just think about the heart's motive. Don't get caught up on the should or shouldn't, but really focus on the heart of what we're trying to say in this. But the one thing that we do see in Scripture is that God created women to be beautiful. When Eve came onto the scene, it's like, wow, everything is good now. The curves, just everything about us. And you see, like, even the world gets this in the culture. Who are they putting on the fronts of the magazines? It's these beautiful women to showcase their beauty, not in typically a God-honoring way, but we need to realize, like, we were created to be beautiful creatures. Yes, we are. That beauty is a good and wonderful thing. And I am, like, as girly girl as they come. Like, to the core, I am, like, sparkles and pink. And that's just the...
I just can't! I'm sorry, I just can't! I'm trying to just, like... It's so overwhelming that just the God zazzle, the God spirit fingers is so overwhelming. And we're not even halfway through. We're kind of halfway through. Okay. We're going to get through this. Okay. Together. Let's go. I sincerely did not expect this to be this like... Okay.
Way personally, Kristen's not as much that way, but we both love to enjoy the beauty that God gave to us. And with makeup, we...
Wait. I'm just noticing that she has black fingernails. That was like, when I was Mormon, that was like super taboo. Like, that was like explicitly like gothic. You can't do that. That's alternative. Like, no. Like, why does she have that? Morg says satanic nails. Yeah, no, really. Like, this is this is shadow. This is shadow work, my friends. This is shadow. Even if they're dark blue. It's too dark, okay? This is like shadow peeking through this lady. She's like, and she's the most like zazzy one that just keeps talking a million miles per hour, and she's like, I just need to be told what to do. And it's like that crazy sort of like smiley laughy, like, I just need to be told what to do. I just need the black and white answers. It's like, no, honey, look at your nails. Honey, look at your nails. You got some secret shadow in there. I bet you this is a secret dominatrix. I will go there, okay? I will go there. I will go there. This is a secret. This is a dominatrix, like, in the core of her, like, bursting out. Like, this is somebody who wants to, like, dominate, like, old men or other women. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Hey, I'm just gonna say what's on all of our minds, okay?
Kind of view it as like, well, we do live in a fallen world, and along with that, we get some really dark circles, we get some acne, some pimples. Does anyone still in our late 20s and now 30s pimples? What in the world? And so we view, just like deodorant, we use that to freshen up, or toothpaste to freshen that breath, or whatever, lotions when we have
brush
real
our
crusty
hair.
skin. Brush our skin. We kind of view makeup for us in that same sort of way. So if we have dark circles, we might...
So wait, I'm sorry. Did she say she brushes her skin? Okay. Yeah, pimples because Eve ate the apple. Eve ate the forbidden fruit, and now we are all cursed with ass acne. Thank you very much, Eve. Thank you.
Cover them, and honestly, we both just enjoy makeup, enjoy enhancing the beauty that God has given us. So that's kind of our view on it, and that's what we love. Just don't feel like your beauty is a bad thing. We're like, oh, I can't enjoy the beauty the way that God designed me. Like, this is a bad thing. Yes, and not even enhancing it is a bad thing. That, oh, well, if God gave us natural beauty, then we should just leave it. But I think He gave us natural beauty. But like you said, we live in a fallen world, so enhancing it even highlights that. Yes. I think can highlight it even more. Yeah, it's fun. It's super, super fun. And so because we have so much fun in this area, we thought it would be really fun to show off some of our favorite products.
I'm having so much fun already. Let's have some more fun.
Now, we are not makeup professionals or makeup pros, but we just want to share with you a few things that we use that are really fun to help us enhance our God-given beauty. We have been wanting to do this for a really long time. We know a lot of you have asked for makeup tutorials, and maybe we'll get to that someday. But for now, we thought it'd be fun just to show you some of the products.
Really?
And we have a lot of really different products. So
how am I supposed to know, like, how much, like, eyeliner to apply so I can appease God? I need to know that Jesus knows my eyebrows are on fleek. Like, how do I know that if you don't give me a tutorial? Come on now.
for me, I get really dark circles, like really dark circles.
Like
now,
our whole life.
We're both very fair-skinned anyways, and so when we don't have makeup on...
Are the dark circles under your eyes due to, like, the religious dread of, like, fearing that you're gonna burn in hell? Because that can cause some dark-ass circles, honey. You might want to consider where those dark circles are coming from. I have such dark circles under my eyes. From the pits of hell. From dreaming about the pits of hell. But here's some makeup to help me look more appropriate for God.
Get to that someday, but for now, we thought it'd be fun just to show you some of the products, and we have a lot of really different products. So for me, I get really dark circles, like really dark circles.
Like
now,
our whole life.
We're both very fair-skinned anyways, and so when we don't have makeup on, like, our faces kind of disappear. So what you use is going to vary based on your skin tone, your color, like how dark or light your features are. So because I get such dark circles, I use this stuff. It's going to be hard to see, but it's by MAC. It's Select Cover Up Concealer. This stuff is...
I mean, your whole like white balance in your lighting is super like washed out. So of course it's gonna be hard to see. I gotta say that as like a side note. Like, why are their lights so bright? Like, what's going on?
Strong. So if you get dark circles and you want to cover those babies up so that you look somewhat awake each day, this stuff, I just kind of put it underneath and all around, really just these, the raccoon section, to make my face look alive. So this is one product I really like to use. And just so you know, we are not getting paid. This is not an advertisement of any way, anything. It's just stuff that we enjoy using. So one of my favorite products is actually a newer product I started using this year, and I love it. My sister Susanna introduced it to me, but it's Clinique Foundation, and so it's Clinique Beyond Perfection Foundation Plus Concealer,
from the
2 in
drugstore.
1. And I use the color 0.5 Breeze because my skin is very, very white. And so this is something, it's great. It is cheaper than like a MAC product, but it's not like a drugstore product necessarily, but it lasts forever. I've been using this for months and months, and I am just scraping it. I love that. And I'm still using it. So Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation is a product that I really, really like. Since we both have such fair skin, we don't have a lot of color in our faces, and so something we both use, and I love to use, is bronzer.
We're so white. We have no color. None at all. Just, you don't say.
So just take a little brush, and once you're all done with your makeup, I just kind of put this on. I actually use this instead of blush. I know you do blush too, but bronzer has revolutionized my life, and that really is like the finishing touch to make my face just come alive. So if you're fair skinned, bronzer might be a great option for you. This is Too Faced. It's the chocolate, so they have like light, medium, and dark.
Yeah,
this is, I
don't
think,
know.
like the medium. I'm not sure, but it's a chocolate Too Faced bronzer. It's a little more expensive, but it does last forever. It's a pretty high quality product, and I just got this brush at like a makeup store. Yeah, this is something.
I love that the other sister's like, she just accentuates other words. Just forever. Forever. Oh no.
Hey guys, it's Kristen and Bethany here with
Oh, no.
And we know a lot of you have asked for makeup tutorials, and maybe we'll get to that someday.
We
But
want
for now,
to.
we thought it'd be fun just to show you some of the products, and we have a lot of really different products. So for me, I get really dark circles, like really dark circles.
Like
now,
our whole life.
we're both very
We've
fair
been
skinned
over
anyways,
this.
and so when we don't have makeup on, like our faces kind of disappear. So what you use is going to vary based on your skin tone, your color, like how dark or light your features are. So because I get such dark circles, I use this stuff. It's going to be hard to see, but it's by MAC. It's Select Cover Up Concealer. This stuff is strong. So if you get dark circles and you want to cover those babies up so that you look somewhat awake each day, this stuff, I just kind of put it underneath and all around, really just these, the raccoon section, to make my face look alive. So this is one product I really like to use. And just so you know, we are not getting paid. This is not an advertisement of any way, anything. It's just...
Stop telling us what you're not doing. That drives me nuts. What are you doing? Why are we here?
Stuff that we enjoy using. So one of my favorite products is actually a newer product I started using this year, and I love it. My sister Susanna introduced it to me, but it's Clinique Foundation, and so it's Clinique Beyond Perfection Foundation Plus Concealer, 2 in 1. And I use the color 0.5 Breeze because my skin is very, very white. And so this is something, it's great. It is cheaper than like a MAC product, but it's not like a drugstore product necessarily, but it lasts forever.
Yes,
I've been
it
using this
is.
for months and months, and I am just scraping it. I love that. I'm still using it. So Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation is a product that I really, really like. Since we both have such fair skin, we don't have a lot of color in our faces, and so something we both use, and I love to use, is bronzer. So just take a little brush, and once you're all done with your makeup, I just kind of put this on. I actually use this instead of blush. I know you do
I use
blush
blush too.
but bronzer has revolutionized my life, and that really is like the finishing touch to make my face just come alive. So if you're fair skinned, bronzer might be a great option for you. This is Too Faced. It's the chocolate, so they have like light, medium, and dark. This is, I think, like the medium. I'm not sure, but it's a chocolate Too Faced bronzer. It's a little more expensive, but it does last forever. It's a pretty high quality product, and I just got this brush at like a makeup store. Yeah, this is something that really helps me each day. And something I get asked on the regular on all of our social media sites is about mascara. What mascara do I use? And so I've been posting it. I feel like I send that.
Brown, because black is the devil's color. I kid you not. No, I kid you not. Okay, so when I grew up and putting on makeup and like exploring, like getting to that age where you're wearing makeup, My mother at the time, and I say mother at the time because she was literally like an adoptive mother. She's not my biological mother. I have no relation to her. But she was straight up like super like religious Wintress. Like, she's like, no black mascara. I'm like, I want to just get the black. She's like, no, you can get like the dark brown or like the brown, but no black mascara. It was so weird. It's like, why can't I get that? Because it's the devil's color. It's too gothic.
To someone every single day. Like, here's the mascara I use. But this is it. It's CoverGirl Last Volume in black. And this mascara I have been using
It looks like a carrot.
for a while now. And it's better. I've tried expensive mascaras and they just do not they do not work for me. And so this is my go-to. This just works for my eyelashes. I love it. Sometimes I curl my eyelashes. Today I didn't. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. But this is it. Lash Blast Volume. Here it's like $6 for me.
Yeah, get it at any like grocery store.
Yeah, I love it. It lasts a long time and it is my go-to for the lashes.
Any
So the
grocery
next
store.
product I use is something that a lot of you won't have to use because you may have eyebrows that actually show. For me, they're kind of invisible when I don't have makeup on, so I need to enhance them. So it kind of like, I feel like eyebrows kind of frame the face, and when they're not there, your forehead just kind of goes on forever. So I really like using, this is an eyeshadow. It's a L'Oreal, kind of a light brown eyeshadow, and I just use like a little eyeshadow brush, and I take this and I literally just do a little bit on each of my eyebrows fill 'em in.
to kind of fill them in and highlight them, and it kind of frames
Make
my
them
face.
existent.
Yeah, so and I didn't do this for a while, and once I started doing it, it made my face just look more proportionate. So if you're someone who suffers from invisible eyelashes,
Because God does not want a disproportionate face, okay? If you have a disproportionate face, you are screwed. You're not getting into heaven. You're going to go to, like, the bouncer of heaven, Peter, and he's going to be like, nope, no, honey. No, that is not the look we want here in heaven. Turn around. You're going down, bitch.
just like me, then this might
No,
be-
he has invisible eyebrows.
Sorry. That too. I don't have eyelashes either. Invisible eyebrows. Then a product like this might be a good option. And the last product is, which we use more, but these are just a few of them, is the Revlon Matte Balm lipstick. So these little lipsticks you can get like at any grocery store, really, any drugstore. And I don't even know who introduced me to these, but I have these in multiple colors because they're cheap, they last forever, and they're just great. I have this exact one on right now. It's kind of a fun fall,
I like
wintry color, and you can add just a little bit to give your lips just a tiny bit of a pop, or you could add a lot and it would be a little bit darker. But I have these pretty much like most of the lipsticks that you see me wear are probably one of these Revlon Balm, whatever they're called, lipsticks. So if you're a lipstick person like I am, I'm much more of a lipstick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Cassie, my lovely moderator, Cassie says, I don't understand why it's okay to enhance your eyebrows, but not your lips and your eyelids. Yeah, that's a little interesting. Because, like, if you're enhancing your lips, it's like, well, that's sexual because you're attracting, like, attention to an orifice in your body that a male might be enticed by. Because, men, masculine people, like male people, are just like toxic masculinity is apparently just like unable to deal with some sort of orifice that's decorated to their liking. But like, hey, your eyebrows. That's what I mean. God cares most about eyebrows. I've been saying this from the get-go.
Anything than you. If you're a lipstick person like me, then I would recommend checking them out because these have been super successful for my lips. Guys, we hope this video was fun and inspiring for you, and wherever
It
you land when
wasn't.
it comes to makeup, whether you believe it's God honoring for you or not, just remember, in scripture, we don't really see a black and white stance on this, so we each just need to pray individually and make a choice that we believe is going to best honor
individually.
God with our appearance in a way that reflects holiness and purity. We hope giving you a peek inside of our makeup bags was fun and that this video was just enjoyable. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel below because we post new videos every Wednesday. Well, please don't get mad at us. Dig into a verse. You said the verse on the topic of makeup. They're gonna be like, I didn't know there was one. I had to say my joke because it was so funny. Yes, and then I was like, I don't know how to end this. Like, in the back of the maps, like holy women makeup. To us.
Well, that was a lot. We haven't even got, look at their main channel here. Their main channel has like oodles and oodles of content. I can't even like get into this shit. Like I can't even, but I'm like, what I'm focused on is these videos that they deleted. So okay, let's try one more. Let's see. 6 guys you shouldn't date. Four lies our raunch culture is feeding you. Or 8 reasons we aren't feminists. Which one? Which one should we do? Which one should we do? Should we find out why they aren't feminists? Should we find out 4 lies are raunch? What the fuck is raunch? Eight reasons we aren't what is the 8 reasons they're not feminists? Like what? Why shouldn't you be a feminist? I'm just curious from God's eyes. I gotta see the feminist. I gotta see what their idea of feminist is. Sorry, I gotta see this. Okay, we gotta see this.
Hey, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're gonna be...
Kristen and Bethany. Wait, oh no, my ASMR. Go back.
Hey, it's Kristen and Bethany here with Girl Defined Ministries, and in today's vlog, we're gonna be sharing with you 8 reasons we aren't feminists. If you're familiar with our ministry, you know that we created Girl Defined to help Christian girls understand...
First of all, I gotta say, as a Hyperian, I personally am pro-women's rights, pro-women's revolution, pro-women, this, that, and the other. There's some weird-ass issues I have with the term feminist, and it's not that I'm not on board with the main message of the goal. It's just I prefer to say like women's liberation, if that makes sense, versus feminism, because when you get into feminism, there's a lot of branches of feminism that are like, for instance, anti-trans, and that's where it becomes muddy. So I do support the liberation of women, but there are like some aspects of feminism that I have a problem with, and a lot of the problems I have with is like TERFs, trans exclusionary feminists, things like that. Anyways,
and how to get back to God's design for their lives. Because really, girls as a whole don't understand why they were created, what their purpose is. So the entire purpose of our ministry is to get back to God's design for our lives as girls. We're obviously both women, and so we are all for women. We believe that God created women to be unique and beautiful in our own way.
I guess.
And we also believe that God created men and women to be equally valuable, but purposely different.
This is the same dumb argument that they apply in Mormonism too. Men and women are equal in value, but they differ in expectations. And what you find is the difference is that men are expected more and perform more than women in these sort of constructs. So, all the way, 100%, I rebuke this in the name of reason.
And the reason that we're not feminists and what we're about to share with you is because feminism, at its core, and we know there are so many definitions out there, but at its core, feminism has tried to define womanhood on its own terms. It's not just about women's equality with men, it's about redefining womanhood altogether according to man's and women's terms, rather than how God defines our womanhood. So in this vlog, we want to share with you why we're not, and really help us get back
Oh,
to
who gives
what
a shit
God's
about
design
God?
is for womanhood. One of my good friends, Erin Davis, who is a popular author, blogger, speaker, she wrote a blog recently called Why I'm Not a Feminist, and it was awesome. And she said, if feminism is simply the advocacy for women's rights based on the idea that we are equal to men, I'm a believer. In truth, feminism is the radical idea that women are God, capable of being their own authorities.
The problem they have with this whole feminism idea, the whole idea they have the problem with is that women can conceive of themselves as being God and dictate their own, like, life. And that is so pro-Hyperion. That is so pro-Hyperion. Pro-Hyperion is like, we want to tell women, yes, you are God. Yes, you can dictate your own life. Yes, you are the governance of your own self. Like, this is opposite. She literally said the fucking opposite of Hyperianism. She literally is against everything that we believe in. And not just believe, like... Believe, I meant believe as in, like, we have a passion towards this. Like, we're in this. Like, women are so important. And to sit there and advocate as a woman, like, all women are to just be, like, inferior to this sort of creator God, like, that's absolutely asinine. That doesn't make any sense logically. Women are like a huge portion of human population. Why the fuck are we trying to teach women that they shouldn't have any governance over their own selves? I have to rewind this. This is just,
That we are equal to men, I'm a believer. In truth, feminism is the radical idea that women are God, capable of being their own authorities.
in truth, feminism is the idea that women are God and can be the own authority of their own lives. There's some big parts of feminism that I disagree with, but that part I have to say I'm along with, and already she's losing me.
So basically, if you want to accept and embrace all of the ideologies and thoughts that go along with that, modern feminism, you really have to reject so much of God's word. Yeah, there are good ideas here and there, but if you're going to embrace it as a whole, you really do have to become your own God and say, no, I'm going to define my womanhood. Sorry, God, I know better than you. This is what I need to happen. And Erin Davis is saying, nope, I'm not going to do that. God's my authority. And that's exactly what we're saying as well.
Okay, so they're saying that God is their authority. And so let's take feminism, what we're trying to define and not define as feminism. Let's take that and just throw it away. Like, get rid of it. Like, push it away. We're not talking about that right now. So let me talk about something with you. Take feminism and toss it aside. Put a bookmark in it, whatever. Just, like, put it to the side. Ultimately, what these women are saying is that at its core, and never mind feminism, okay, like I said, never mind feminism. At its core, though, in this principle, in this ideology, in this idea of human existence, you should be able to identify yourself as God. Like, I am God. And not in a way that's like a crazy way, like you go walking down half naked on the end of the town square and you're like, I am God. But like the Hyperion definition of God, where it's like humanity as a whole, all the souls combined, all the eternal souls combined, all the eternal monads, all the monads combined, like we make up God. But this, right now, what these ladies are saying is it's like denying the first step to trying to like conceptualize yourself as God. And so they're saying that's a wrong way. That's denying God's existence, which in some mainstream Christian religions and also in Mormonism is like the ultimate sin. The ultimate sin, at least for me growing up as a Mormon, is to deny God. You can literally be like a murderer. You can be a P word towards kids, if you know what I mean, P word towards kids, like, and you still wouldn't be as evil as somebody who denies God. It's this weird, like, hierarchy of moral status that doesn't even work out in the end. And it ultimately holds humanity down because it platforms people who aren't actually helping humanity. They're holding humanity back, such as, you know, murderers, abusers, things like that. It's platforming them and then like hindering actual people with good potential to help elevate humanity, such as women who are really in touch with their powerful side, and then you're going to turn around and say you can't get in touch with that because that's going against God. And if you go against God as a woman, if you think that you are God, that goes against God, and you will be worse than a child predator, because at least the child predator believes in God and if God's power, and if you don't, then you're worse than them. Do you see the weird fucked up like moral like hierarchy of this shit? It's absolutely asinine.
I'm going to define my womanhood. Sorry, God, I know better than you. This is what I need to happen. And Aaron Davis is saying, nope, I'm not going to do that. God's my authority. And that's exactly what we're saying as well. So here are 8 reasons why the two of us are feminists. Number 1, you become your own God. Like Bethany just said, no matter how much you really airbrush feminism, no matter how good of a light you paint it in, at its core, it truly is a religion of sorts. It's a worldview. It's an ism that is seeking to redefine womanhood according to our own terms. What we as women say we want when it comes to our sexuality, our identity, our beauty, our value, our worth, what we define in those areas is what we say goes, rather than saying, okay, hold up, what does God's word say?
Why is that so wrong? Why is that so wrong? Why is it so wrong to say like, hey, here's what we want to say, and then it's like, no, wait, we got to be quiet and listen to what God says.
Now I'm going to align my life and my womanhood according to his truth. And
according to his truth. That's scary. It's scary. No wonder they deleted this.
Number 2, sexual liberation is praised. Believe it or not, but the majority of feminist women used to be totally opposed to pornography because they were like, that's objectifying women. We don't want that. We have standards. We have...
That's not true. That's not true. The majority of feminist women did not oppose pornography. It opposed the man's control of said pornography avenue. Like, that's totally not true.
Values. We want people to value our bodies. But nowadays, as you probably know, that is not the case. There are so many modern feminists who are proudly posing topless, who are proudly posing naked for the camera and saying, yes, we throw off the morals, throw off the boundaries, throw off the restraints. We want to do what we want to do. We want to proudly show off our bodies. No more morals, no more boundaries. And number 3, not all lives are valued. Women...
I gotta back up. Hold on. I gotta back up a minute. I gotta formulate my thought.
Really opposed to pornography because they were like, that's objectifying women. We don't want that. We have standards. We have values. We want people to value our bodies. But nowadays, as you probably know, that is not the case. There are so many modern feminists who are proudly posing topless, who are proudly posing naked for the...
Feminists that are proudly posing topless, that are proudly posing naked. And why is that a problem? Because it goes against their idea of what original feminism was, which was against pornography, but not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily against pornography in general. It was against man's complete control of pornography, because back in the time, I feel like they're referencing like the old school feminism, like back in the 60s and 70s, where it's like the bra burning era. And during that time, they're like, well, women opposed pornography. Well, of course they did, because the only way you could get pornography out was through some sort of man pornography producer. Like, you couldn't take control of your own individual work by yourself in the pornography field until much later. And very recently, within the last 10 to 15 years, women are able to take more and be more independent in their pornography services. And so it's much different these days. So it's like, I feel like they're like, oh, feminists originally opposed pornography. Well, like, no shit. Because the only way to get pornography out was through, like, male producers. In this day and age, you can do it more individually, more independently, and it's not the same story anymore. So, fuck them.
Cameron saying, yes, we throw off the morals, throw off the boundaries, throw off the restraints. We want to do what we want to do. We want to proudly show off our bodies. No more morals, no more boundaries. And number 3, not all.
Oh, that's sad. So this woman equates showing your body, like if you as a woman show your body, she equates it to you don't have any more morals, you don't have any more boundaries. Oh, if you show your body, that means you have no boundaries and no morals. That is very dangerous thinking. This thinking right here supports the idea that sex workers should be abused. That's what this kind of thinking, like, promotes. It promotes the ideas that women who are in sex work don't have boundaries and they don't have limitations, they don't have morals. Like, of course they do. Everybody does. Everybody has boundaries and limitations and morals. But when these girls get on there and say, like, they just don't have any boundaries and morals, like, that's dangerous and that's full of shit. And honestly, I hate these girls. Honestly, I'm gonna come out and say it. I hate these girls just for that. Just for that comment. Just for that comment where they indicate or suggest that women in sex work don't have boundaries and don't have morals, and therefore they're just free-for-alls. They just, like, willy-nilly do whatever the fuck they want.
Lives are valued. Women are the biggest proponents for life and women's rights and women's liberation and all of these things. But the crazy thing about the feminist movement, and honestly, very few mainstream feminists would disagree with this, is that women are all for abortion. Feminist is on the forefront of fighting for abortion and fighting for women's rights. But the sad thing is that in fighting for women's rights, we are okay with killing the smallest women in our country. The smallest of women.
Oh, shut up. Oh no. Oh no. Here's where I'm really gonna get mad. Here's where I'm really gonna get mad. Okay. I'm gonna... Okay.
If they're, abortion is basically saying if you fall under a certain age, then you're no longer worth anything. You're no longer valuable. We have the right to destroy you.
And there's no rights for them.
And there's no rights for the smallest women in our country. And that is something that we cannot stand behind. And number 4.
How do you know a fetus is a woman if they don't identify as that when they are born? I have so many questions and I have so many things to say, but because I have so many things to say, I have to move on. I'm sorry, like... This is wrong. These women are wrong. They're just so wrong.
Male leadership is despised. let's just be honest, there aren't a whole lot of women these days who are coming alongside of men, encouraging the leadership, championing them, saying, yes, you can do this, you got it. No, when a man steps up and takes the lead, women these days really are offended by it. It's like a personal offense. Like, why are you taking the lead? What do you think? I can't do it? Let me take the lead. It's just so sad to see how women are not encouraging male leadership, but rather squashing it. And number...
What do you... Oh, I see why this episode was deleted. Probably because they got so much fucking heat, they couldn't handle it. But, like, men in position. Oh, the only reason that women don't appreciate men in position is because they're not supporting them enough. They're not saying, honey, you can do it. Like, they're not taking their place well enough. They're just complaining. They're just complaining that, they don't like people and things like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I really bit off more than I could chew, honestly. With these gals, I kind of expected this to be more comical. I honestly didn't expect this to be so aggravating. I really didn't. Like, I just thought it was gonna be like, haha. But, like, this is really aggravating that they think like this. That they think it's wrong, first of all, to consider yourself as something as powerful as a god. Like, oh, that's wrong. And then, second of all, it's like, oh, it's wrong to consider that a man knows what's best for you as a woman. And they mention this just after talking about abortion issues. So it pretty much supports men dictating what we can and cannot do with our bodies. Dare I continue? I guess I do.
5, women are told that we are better than men. We say it's a fight about equality, but when you listen to the voices of feminism, so many women aren't just saying we want to be equal with men, they're really saying we are better than men. It's, down with patriarchy, down with men. It's time for women to take over, women to reign, women to rule. That is the attitude that you hear so many women and so many bold feminists saying. In fact, we did a video interview once and we asked girls different questions about the differences between guys and girls. And across the board, almost every girl made a comment about guys are stupid, guys are dumb, guys don't know anything. And it's just this attitude that it really permeates our culture, and an attitude that we as women, through feminism, are told to embrace.
That's really extreme. That's really extreme. That's really extreme. Okay, because rationally looking at that, I would say that, of course, men and women are equal in potential, and of course non-binary people as well, myself being non-binary. And I guess in a way that does highlight some aspect of feminism that I dislike, but that specific aspect of women are better than men, that aspect of feminism is so minute and it's so small. Like, it's like this tiny little bit of like radical feminists here in that corner. And as I said before, a lot of radical feminists are also anti-trans because they believe that trans women are simply just men taking advantage of women appearances simply to gain entrance in women safe places. It's just, this stirs and brings up a lot of things to discuss and contemplate. So, I kind of find myself in awe, like as I said before, because like I really expected myself to watch these two ladies and sort of just like laugh and scoff and just like, like, oh, these silly Christian women. But like in these deleted episodes that I found, I'm finding a lot of really concerning, aggravating things that they're bringing up. And not only are they bringing this sort of stuff up, They're doing it in such a nonchalant, like, we know best because we thought about it, because we appease to God, and therefore we are right. So it's really self-righteous, and I think I might do a follow-up in video about these women, because I don't... Anyways, let's finish this.
And number 6, homemaking isn't valued. Believe it or not,
What?
but back in the day, people actually used to value homemaking. They actually...
Shut up. Okay, shut up already. All right, I'm a non-binary person and I love homemaking, so shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I love homemaking. I'm a non-binary person. You don't have to be a woman to enjoy homemaking. You can be a man, you can be a non-binary person, you can be like this, that, and the other. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
used to highly value the role of a wife and the role of a mother, and that whole role of homemaking, wife and motherhood was upheld. But not these days. It really is honestly viewed as kind of like secondary and kind of like a lesser option. The real women, the better women, are the ones out there pursuing the careers, kind of like, not too concerned about homemaking, wife and motherhood. They might kind of do it, but the real valued and praised is pursuing the career. And really that is the most popular mindset of our culture today. And number 7, unique gender differences are ignored. We're honestly both really offended by this because God created men and women to be equally valuable, but purposely different. And when we look back at the book of Genesis, we see that God created a male and a female, 2 distinct genders, both equally valuable, but purposely different, with different strengths and different weaknesses.
They said male and female, 2 distinct genders. That's not gender. Male and female is sex. Okay, there's a difference between sex and gender. Male and female is sex. Sex organs, like chromosomes, this, that, and the other. There's not 2 genders. There's more than 2 genders. So, like, already, right off the bat with that, it's like, shut up.
Feminism is trying to do, they're saying that in order to be equal with men, in order to be equally valuable, we need to erase all gender differences and instead pursue exactly the same things. We need to be the same in every way, in our careers, in our jobs, in our life pursuits, in our actions, in how we dress, and how we look. I mean, so many ways. Feminism is really promoting this idea that in order to be equal with men, we need to be the same as men. But we find that highly offensive because God designed us to be women, and it's a beautiful thing. And we need to get back to His design and embrace our unique and beautiful feminine differences. And number 8, the victim mentality is encouraged. Are there women who have been victims of male sin?
No!
Absolutely, and our hearts go out to them.
No, they are not going there. They are not going there to that space where, like, women have been totally victimized by this whole fucking religious hierarchy. Please tell me they are not going to brush them off and gaslight them. Please tell me, because that is just totally fucked up.
But are all women victims? Absolutely not. But in our modern culture, there is such a push that we as women are victims. Just check out some of this. Women can't go shirtless in public like men. We're victims of inequality. Or, more men are breadwinners than women. We're victims of a patriarchal society. Or, why should husbands be the leaders of their families? We're victims of female oppression. You get the point. The list really does go on and on. And rather than turning to God's word for His truth and biblical answers, feminism really kind of subtly encourages us to take on this victim mentality. And there you have it. 8 reasons why the 2 of us are not embracing feminism or claiming to be feminists ourselves. God's word is all for women. If we look in the Bible, we will see that God encourages women to be smart, industrious, brave, strong, courageous, hardworking, but not these things for our own glory. Not so we can hang our achievements on the wall.
Why? Why don't women get glory? Why do women not get glory? Why? Why is it always glory to God? Why is it always glory to, like, these things? Like, don't
calls us to be these things because He wants us to use our lives as women for His glory. And that is the biggest difference.
He wants to use... Okay, she said it straight up. God wants us to use our lives for His glory. God wants us to use our lives for His glory. Does that not sound like enslavement to you? Does that not sound like pure and utter enslavement? That you are born into this world and you have to give all your glory, all your credit, all your life, everything you have to this external creator God. Does that not seem suspicious to you? Does that not seem weird to you? And if it doesn't, if it genuinely doesn't, if you watch this and you're like, Jan, I genuinely don't know what you mean. Like, we really should give all our glory to God. Like, can you just, like, explain in the comments why? Why? I mean, like, what's the purpose of an omnipotent being, like, creating all these people just to not really have any satisfaction of, like, input back to yourself, you know? It's like, hey, I'm this omnipotent, godly God, and I want to create a race of man and women according to my own design. And they have to do exactly as I say, and if they don't honor me, if they don't pray to me, if they don't worship me, then I'm going to fucking either ignore them or destroy them, in which case there's this other part of me who's like Satan, who's like hell-bent on destroying and things like that. It's like, well, first of all, that's like another conversation. Like, why would that happen? Why would there be a external creator God with this sort of like other deity or entity that opposes it, like, when it creates it in the first place? But it's just like, I don't know. I guess I just...
between biblical womanhood and feminism. Honestly, the two of us have never been more satisfied, fulfilled, filled with hope, encouraged, and just so
I don't think you
purposeful in our
are.
lives than when we are living according to God's design for our womanhood. If you want to learn more about God's amazing, radical, and beautiful design for womanhood, we encourage you to. And one way that you can do that is by grabbing a copy of our book, which we wrote for the purpose of sharing in a really personal and deep way God's amazing design for womanhood. It's called Girl Defined, God's radical design for beauty, femininity, and identity. You can check it out by clicking on the link down in our bio. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, you can subscribe to our channel below. We post new videos every Wednesday. Okay. I know that feeling. If you're familiar... yeah, you've got it. Because you're laughing at me. No, I promise I wasn't.
Before, you were like this because my voice is so
No!
bad. You perceived that I was, but I wasn't.
No, George, you have to do this. It's not as bad as you think. You'll see in the video.
Okay.
The one thing that I noticed in our videos is that we're always, every time we start like this. Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
author. Okay. People are going to wonder why there's literally a frog.
It's not as George. Everyone loses their voice. It's obvious.
a problem with what I'm saying because I don't know what I'm saying. That's about 100 hours later.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I've had enough. I need to go lie down. Like, no, really. Like, I really expected this to be like more like funny and like just like laughing and scoffing, but like now, after I've watched these two women and what they're saying and like what they truly wholeheartedly believe, like I'm like, I need to go lay down. Like I need to just like disappear from this, because like everything they say is so wholeheartedly like anti-Hyperion. I can't even begin to tell you how destructive this kind of thinking is, this kind of like mindset is of these two women, to think that like you cannot conceive of yourself as a woman as something that is powerful and beautiful, but something that is only created and designed by this his plan, his plan, girls, like God's plan. Like, God created women and he made them to be bodacious, and he made them with cheeks big enough for him to slap. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, it's just so disheartening and just like baffling that two women would sit in front of a camera like this and just full-heartedly believe that what they're saying is rational and practical and true, when they just haven't even a fucking clue as to what's going on in the world. And they just picked some points of feminism from whatever version of feminism that they wanted to. They picked versions of this. They picked like elements of this version of feminism and just like said, you know, they're against that. But at the same time, what they're saying is very anti-Hyperian. Hyperianism for women wants women to feel like a god, a goddess, whatever. It wants women to be empowered, fueled. It wants women to assume positions of power just like men do. It's so different from what these women think is correct for women to follow, which is just total subservience to this creator God that they believe in. But Hyperianism doesn't have any concept of an external creator God. Hyperianism is fully on with God being the definition of all of souls in reality, together as one, being God. But extra detail for that is for another time. So anyways, thank you all for joining me tonight. Let's go back to Big Face and we shall turn on some music again, because we are done for the evening. And as I've said before, it's going to be a little spotty for the rest of the year. So let's see, what's the rest of the year? So for the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to be really spotty for me. So, but starting the new year, we will be back to a solid schedule and just very well rested and ready to go for a whole new era of mindful monad and Hyperianism. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Good night, Velvet Tears. Good night, Lucifer Morningstar. Good night, Heretical Response. Good night, Paul Cherry. And a big fat thank you and I love you to our moderators, Cassie, Philip, and Susan. Thank you so much. If you want to drop your links to your own individual or combined social media platforms, please do so. Cassie is a very good artist. Cassie, if you want to drop your link to your Instagram, you can do so. Philip and Susan, if you want to drop your link to the Hyperion Source, please do so. And Hyperion Source is premiering a video tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I believe that's 6 p.m. my time. I'm looking forward to that. Paul Cherry, good night. Good to see you. And if you have not liked the live stream, please do so. And I do have Loppy Lumps that are going to be sent out in the next few days. So be on the look for your Loppy Lumps in the mail if you are expecting one. So anyways, hey everybody, have a good weekend. I love you. Please stay safe. Please take care. And stay awake out there. dreamers, because there's a lot of weird, like, mind stuff going around, lots of weird drama shit. Like, do what you need to do to take care of you. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Wednesday when we go live again for our Worldview Wednesdays and our political commentary. Anyways, ciao everybody. Have a good weekend. Take care. Mwah.